If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk that shit. Yo, GMS fam, what's going on, y'all? We are back with another episode, The Green Room. How's it going, y'all? We got Lady Aries in here. We got Arius Allen. We got Ralph S. Brim Dog, JJ. I got a couple special guests in the building with me today. This is the first time that we are doing an in-person type thing. I don't even know if this is really an interview. This is me talking shit with the homies, man.
Yeah.
If you don't know, now you know. This is the Jump to Hyperspace podcast. I got my guy Jake to the left of me. I got my guy Ant to the right of me.
What's up?
Y'all, if you don't know what this is, make sure you go pop up to the Jump to Hyperspace podcast and subscribe. My guys. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you tell what y'all do. What is it that y'all do?
We're still kind of in the early phases of what we're doing right now, but basically the overall is we're just bullshitting about all things Marvel, DC, comic books, video games, upcoming kind of big blockbuster movies. And we're kind of in the early phases. Sometimes we'll do a little bit of review, and sometimes we'll kind of get into like a debate as to, and we'll kind of argue like assholes over fictional characters,
which is my favorite.
Yeah. It's good conversation to have, man, especially if you're really into, movies and cartoons or comedy or fucking DC, Marvel universe type shit. Just all types of shit that it creates good conversation amongst people. So I wanted to have them in here because if you don't know, my guy here lives in Colorado, so he doesn't come out here often. So he came back to visit. Matter of fact, he was at the Timberwolves game the night that we went. Shout out to him for coming back, man. I always appreciate it. But this is one of the guys that I created GMS with, Green Mind State, way back in the day. Him and shout out my guy Taylor, who also lives in Denver. Yes, sir. Their house was known as the Bakery because all day long, this is when they weren't at work, because these motherfuckers were some working ass niggas. But when they weren't at work, motherfuckers would be in that motherfucker getting chiefed until there was none left type shit. Like, I'm talking about smoking, watching Dragon Ball Z, playing 2K, and passing out, waking up, smoking again. Like, that was the spot to be. And I always appreciated them for that, man. So I wanted y'all to get acquainted with them. And by that, I would like them to take the floor for a second and talk about, or what is there anything new going on in the Marvel universe that we can talk about? Because I know I got some Marvel fans and DC fans. I don't know about DC fans so much in the chat, but I know I got some Marvel fans in the chat.
Is it DC fans or is it not Superman
Don't
fans?
nobody fuck with DC, bro. I'm trying to tell you that from the get-go. It's
people
all
have,
Marvel, baby.
People have a vendetta against DC. I don't know what it is. Maybe, I don't know if it's the movies.
I think people just got soft watching Marvel movies.
Wow. And see,
How
this is
so?
why we argue. I gotta be soft because I like Marvel?
No, you don't have to be soft. I think like, okay, so for instance, I always like to make my sports references.
Yes.
This DC was like Malice in the Palace, right? Like as soon as it happened, the NBA was like, we can't have any more fighting. We can't have that. If you even come off the bench, you step one toe over that line, you're suspended. At least a game.
You're fucking stupid.
So
that makes me angry. It's so stupid. It's such a stupid.
But that's so they kind of, you watch Marvel and it's not as the movies are.
Careful.
Movies are for people that. Okay, so the movies are for people. I think Marvel does a better job at making movies for casual comic book fans.
Okay.
For people who are not like subversed in it, that have read every single issue and deep dive it, and they read issues over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Whereas DC makes movies more so for people like that. Mm-hmm. People that have been reading comics for years and they take the stories in a completely different direction. And DC comics are pretty dark in and of themselves.
They are.
Yeah. I agree.
So I think that, the tone of the movies kind of have to match the tone of the comics.
I guess, yeah, you got a point.
And Marvel does go on the deep end, off the deep end, a lot of times. Yeah.
It is Disney.
It is
like,
Disney.
You gotta always put that into the
and
into
so
play. That's why I'm excited about that Blade to see what they do with
goddamn, how do I blank on his name? Goddamn. Thanos. Thanos is a very dark character.
Yeah.
He's
that was some fucked up shit.
He's
genocide,
very dark.
Yeah, genocide.
Yeah.
Genocide.
He was okay with genocide.
It's as dark as you can get.
He was all about it.
It's as dark as you can
get. But I think that DC kind of taps into like a more. They've done some like kind of almost borderline like horror type things.
Yeah,
they do.
When it comes to like Batman and shit.
And I think DC kind of leans more towards like gods and mythical beings and men, whereas Marvel kind of is more so like I think DC gets into like the mythical realm of it more so than Marvel does.
I see.
Okay.
Even with the Eternals and shit coming?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's gonna open up everything. That's gonna absolutely open up.
I got
everything.
a question for you too. Do you guys think that Batman versus Superman should have happened?
I think it happened too soon.
Too soon?
I think it happened too soon. See, the mistake that DC made was that they saw that Marvel was making all this money and they were making all these really good movies, and these crossovers were happening. And instead of just taking their time and doing Man of Steel, and then doing Wonder Woman, and then doing a Batman movie, and then maybe doing something in between that and introducing smaller characters like the Atom, or and even like an Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
And if they had taken their time and then built up to Batman vs Superman, and then built up to the Justice League over a 4, 5, 6, 7 year span, I think it would have done a lot better.
Okay, I feel that.
No, I feel you.
But I think because they rushed it because they wanted so many different they wanted all the characters all there at once.
I feel that.
And I think they kind of
It's still Marvel
they
for
fucked
me.
that up.
It's Marvel all day for me.
Yeah.
So
I think DC overall has made better movies over the span of like DC does a really good job of just making their own individual movies.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like Marvel kind of went.
Yeah,
Marvel broke the mold when they started doing Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, and they started mixing them all together.
Yeah.
That broke that was out of the norm.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the times, these movies just kind of took place in their own they were just their own separate stories.
Yep.
You take them, you leave them.
Little one-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but Marvel did a great job of
Yeah,
and
put
then
a poll
DC
up. They
tried
said-
to get in that mix and they fucked up.
We got 7 votes so far. 100% say yes, they believe Marvel is better than DC.
Motherfucking right.
But I do see a lot of people talking about DC animation is fire. They
Yes.
talk about the
Yes.
animation aspect of it. So
DC animation is fucking
expound
fire.
on
Yeah.
that.
That's one
That's
of
two.
yes, bro.
That's two, yeah.
What's that? Batman what is it? Batman of the Phantasm.
Mask of the Phantasm.
Bruh,
I told you.
that shit was crazy.
I told you that
And,
movie is fucking fire.
And then the one with Todd with Red Hood or
Yep.
whatever. Where
Under the Red Hood.
Bruh.
I told you these movies are fire. Did you watch The Long
I have to see
Halloween?
the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to see.
No,
the
I
shit.
haven't watched that one yet. Is it
Oh
good?
man, it's good.
Okay, bet.
I mean, all of them, they're animated movies
Yeah,
are
shout
off
out
the wall.
Yeah, shout out Hill Dev. He know what or he or she they know what they talking about. Yes, DC animation is fire.
Yeah, off the wall.
Oh yeah, that's my guy High Def from
High Def.
from New York, man.
Oh, yeah.
Southside
Damn.
Jamaica,
Yeah, bro,
Queens,
you know,
bro.
Okay.
Hey, did you get that shirt, by the way? I sent the shirt out there, man. Let me know when you get that motherfucker, bro. They got 9 votes so far. All 100% say yes. Well,
I could see that.
so let me ask the chat. Let me ask y'all what. Okay, since we can collectively say that we feel like, I guess we feel Marvel is better than DC. What is your favorite part about DC though? Because you have to have some appreciation there, some respect there for DC, right?
For me, is when they came out with that Joker, and like they touched on the like mental health side of
Oh,
it. Like,
yeah,
they made him. They humanized him more. And
Yeah.
they brought like where he was really coming from and why he was so like.
They
had
gave
these
you a
issues.
reason.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So for that, I would say like reality aspect and the shit that they touch on in DC
yeah,
is more.
I think
More
yeah.
of a human-
Well, that's
yeah,
the thing. I
more
think
human
DC
touch.
does a better job at interjecting the real world
Yeah,
into it.
yeah. They don't shy away from like killing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of, I think DC also does a good job of, like, as far as like their movies go, their movies haven't been like the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like they have not been. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
I find my flaws in those flaws in those movies, but like I think Batman vs Superman catches a bad rap.
Yeah.
Because of the shit editing.
It was really bad.
It was really bad editing, and if you took the 3-hour R-rated
And
version,
Justice
I
League
think
was terrible.
and it was awful.
The new one is fire though.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you
But
can
they
see
took-
the
but what
direction.
did they do, though?
Right, but
They
if
took a Marvel-
see now, if you would have taken that route over 6, 7, 8 years, it would have been so much better.
Yeah.
but
I
it
agree.
wasn't. It wasn't done that way.
Yeah.
They fucked it up.
They fucked
and
it
so
up.
hopefully with this new Flash
fucked
movie,
it
they
up.
reset the whole thing.
I haven't even seen the
So
trailers
we'll
of
get
it
into
before.
that,
Yeah,
too.
we will.
Wait,
excited.
what trailer?
The Flash trailer.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, they about to
okay,
drop
yeah.
Flash.
yeah.
Yeah, there's so
So what's left for Marvel? There's
Marvel's building a whole nother fucking universe.
Really?
They're tearing. They're
Oh, yeah.
basically Marvel. What Marvel has done over the last 3 weeks, it would seem, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Thanos wasn't shit.
Thanos is my dude too, low-key.
You said Thanos wasn't shit.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, clearly they
expanding.
proved that on Infinity Wars,
Yeah.
or not.
What
I mean
if-
on Endgame, they proved that on Endgame
Oh yeah.
because they just pretty much ran up on motherfucker and said fuck it. Like
Wasted 'em.
they should have did that in the beginning type shit.
But when I say like Thanos wasn't shit, like as in like they made Thanos built up as like this big world universe ending threat.
Right.
It seems to me now that Marvel is saying no, that wasn't it at all, and they're breaking down all of that and they're gonna rebuild it again
yeah.
into multiple universes now. Like now they're doing crossovers and shit like that.
Kid
So
Al Hart
we're gonna get
said
into the nonsense.
the only problem DC has is its live action movies, but they don't hold punches in their animation.
That's true.
And
I think
and Wonder Man, we're talking movies right now currently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like they said, so for movies, the movie aspect of DC, people say Marvel is killing them.
Mm-hmm. No,
But
I would
in the
even agree with that.
animation aspect, what do y'all think? So let me ask that question. Let me put that poll up. As far as what y'all think,
I
is
didn't know you had
DC
so
better
many,
than Marvel
like,
in the
I didn't
animation
know you had so many
category?
comic book movie fans.
Oh, yeah.
in the
That's
chat.
dope. Fuck yeah, that's
green
dope.
room.
Well, that's one.
Shout out the green room, man.
Hell
Y'all be
yeah.
lit as hell. I'll Cause like you usually do your show during my class time.
Yeah.
So I'll throw you up on the side and shit.
Right.
But it'd be hard as hell to pay attention in class. especially with the green room. They be having me crying.
Yo, these dudes is funny as hell, man. I appreciate everybody, all the men and women. Y'all be cracking them jokes, man. Y'all be getting it off in the green room. I appreciate y'all niggas. And yeah, I know I got a few Marvel and comic book. I said Marvel and DC fans out there, comic book fans and people that appreciate this shit for sure. That's why another reason why I wanted to bring y'all on here, because I know y'all can, reach other people with this shit and have people come and join y'all conversation when y'all go live and do y'all podcast. Y'all be talking that shit. These are some very knowledgeable human beings when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? They started the podcast because this is something that they genuinely like. Yeah. If they weren't doing the podcast, they'd be sitting there talking about the shit anyway.
Talking to nobody about it.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
And Jake's more versed in it than I am. I'm like I'm a noob. I've started since Iron Man.
Yeah.
But ever since Iron Man, I've been hooked. So diving deep, reading comics, like the 1962 comics off that Marvel app that I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I just
fell into it hard. And even then, you can go back and say, well, sometimes Marvel, I think what Marvel has done over the last 10 years has washed away some of the things that they've done over the years. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I think, you look at the first two Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Oh God, yeah.
Fire.
Oh God, yeah.
That's people's favorites too.
Yeah. Those
yeah.
are absolutely those are up there with
They might be goated.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's Batman and shit.
All
like
right.
that.
No, see, this is where I hate that.
All right.
What is the worst Batman ever, bro?
Really?
In my opinion, it's the worst. But I do understand what people say. He's a great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Batman, he got a weak ass jaw, bro.
He does.
He's got a weak ass jaw, man.
He does.
Batman get hit.
He does.
Michael Keaton get his ass whooped, real talk.
Michael Keaton.
Probably.
Who's the best? Who's the best Batman?
Me, hands down, Christian Bale, bro. Stop it. He's a smooth Bruce Wayne. And then when he jump into that suit, you know what I'm talking about? He whooping people's ass, bro.
See, I think he's got the best.
So it's not Ben Affleck.
It's not.
It's not Ben Affleck.
He was doing work.
Affleck Batman does do work.
He's cold.
But his acting is terrible, bro.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with his acting.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with the acting.
He don't deliver them lines for me, man.
Nah.
And I think, it's so okay. So, in my other problem, the reason why I don't really have a favorite live action that I think is the best, because I appreciate Bale's, because I think Bale has the best Batman movies. Nolan and those boys, those holy shit.
That's right. High Def, he made the point. He said those Spider-Man movies are really universal, though. Marvel had no control until Iron Man.
It's very true.
That is very true.
That is very true.
That's true.
That's why that shit switched
up.
up.
But they did a terrible job with that Hulk movie. Let's just all agree.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can all agree.
Wait, which one?
The Edward Norton.
Yeah,
the Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Well, the one before that, too.
They were all trash.
They've all been trash. The Hulk needs justice.
It's facts, though.
The Hulk needs justice.
Did you know that they might be coming out with the World War Hulk?
I hope so.
You know which Hulk? Which Hulk I hated?
What's up?
The Hulk that was on Ragnarok.
You better get. I'm leaving.
Stop
Let me tell you why.
He was the best fucking
Let me tell you why.
Hulk. What are you talking about?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. It's gonna fuck you up.
He was the best one.
It's gonna fuck you up.
Oh,
he did.
no.
Action-wise, phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Here we go.
When this nigga
We're
started,
on the same team on
when
this
this
one,
nigga
right?
started talking,
We're on the same.
why they had this nigga sound like T-Pain? They put auto-tune on this goddamn. They put auto-tune on this nigga Hulk on Thor Ragnarok. If you go back to the movie and you listen, they gonna make this nigga sound like T-Pain Daddy. I promise you. It threw me off. This nigga had auto-tune.
No, you lying.
Auto-tune.
Hulk out there, boop, boop. Okay, get your ass
Bro,
out.
the Hulk.
What bootleg version were you watching?
The Hulk had great. He had great action scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
Great. It was great. I loved it. But when he started talking, I said, I know that. My engineer ear heard it. I said,
Are we going to get kicked off of here if I play it on my phone?
God.
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know.
There's a scene. Hold on. Let me see.
Because I got it.
Out of your
Are
mind.
we going to get kicked out of here?
There's a scene with him in the room talking to Thor.
Which one? Is it the one where he like throws the fruit at him?
And yeah,
Or
he's
he's,
just
like, sitting
talking
on
to
the
this
bed?
motherfucking normal. Like he has auto-tune. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull up on here so they can hear it.
Yeah, what are you talking
I'm gonna
about?
pull it. I'm gonna pull it up here, and y'all gonna hear it here. Watch.
So
Hold up.
Okay, so it was the auto tune for you that fucked it up for you.
Yeah, that shit was like, what the fuck?
I can't believe it.
What are you talking about?
Just wait. Wait.
How you expect them to sound?
This
like
one right here where they're sitting down talking?
This one. Okay, hold on.
Conversation?
when they having a
Hold
fight.
on. Let me beat the other music. Listen to it. You gonna hear this nigga? He got auto-tune.
I can't hear anything.
So sad.
Shut up.
Hold on.
So sad.
Not sad, you idiot. I'm pissed off.
Oh.
Angry. I lost my father. I lost my hammer.
Why?
You're not even listening.
Don't kick stuff.
You're being a really bad friend.
You bad friend.
You know what we call you?
No.
We call you the stupid Avenger.
You're Tiny Avenger.
What are you, crazy?
Yes.
You know what? Earth does hate you.
I'm sorry I said those things. You're not the stupid Avenger, and nobody calls you the stupid Avenger.
It's okay.
You just can't go around throwing shields at people. Could have killed me.
I know. Sorry. I just get so angry all the time. Hulk always angry.
No, we're the same, you and I. We're just a couple of hot-headed fools.
Yeah, same. Hulk like fire. Thor like water.
Well, we're kind of both like fire.
But Hulk like real fire. Hulk like raging fire. Thor like smoldering fire.
Hulk, I need you to do something for me.
I don't get it.
That was a bad example. That was a bad example. Okay? That was a bad example. There was a scene when they was in that room and he yelled and you could hear it. He said,
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
you have to watch. You have to
Like,
watch.
man, what you doing? What you doing on Saturday? Can you come in?
You gotta watch it to see what I'm talking about. All right, my nigga said,
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go back and
You gotta
watch
go
it.
watch.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
let
go watch
y'all,
it, man. Now that I pointed it out, you could be able to take a closer look when you watch the movie. I'm telling you, there was auto tune in it.
I'm telling you right now, if you ruin Ragnarok for me, I will never talk to you.
Just go
Tell
watch
me right
it.
now, it's my favorite.
That is
my
the
favorite.
assignment after this. Y'all gotta go watch that shit.
No.
Now
There's no way.
let's shift a little bit to video games because Rockstar just put out today. Was it the first trailer to the revamp and the remake of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas?
What? They're doing all of those?
Yes.
November 11th.
Remastered. What do y'all think about that, chat? Also,
And we had mentioned that was in all of our 3 top 5s when
That
we did
really
that
was.
when we did that video game episode. San Andreas was all in our
San
top
Andreas
5.
it was the go. It's a go. It's a go for sure. So they're gonna revamp it. So like, is it gonna be where you can play online and shit too with your
No,
homies?
it's just the story. It's just digitally
Straight up story,
remastered.
digitally remastered.
Yeah.
I'm
Better-
for it.
with
better
all the same
mechanics.
cheat
I'm
codes.
for it.
Shit
I'm
like
for
that.
it. You said all the cheat codes.
all the same cheat codes.
You remember the cheat codes?
Yeah,
Yep.
hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
L1, R1, L1,
It's been
R2,
repeated.
down, left, up,
Left, down, right, up,
left,
down,
right, and then down, down, down.
That is
and I've
ridiculous.
got.
that's the.
That's the cheat code where you get the rocket launcher.
Oh,
and
yes.
the baseball bat, and
And then
I
you
think
get
it's the
Uzi
baseball
or
bat.
some the
Yeah, I still
modified
remember
Uzi,
it.
some shit.
Y'all wild.
Yeah.
There's no way I remember those.
I still have a 2 at home
L-
with Vice City.
L1,
That's the one on Vice City.
L2,
You
still got a PS2.
L1,
Yeah.
L2, R1, R2, left, right, left, right, left, right. That's getting rid of your star.
Stars. Yeah, hell yeah. Yup.
What? How do you
Yep.
remember? There's no fucking way, bro.
You get,
Yeah.
when you
When
do
you
that
look
shit with
at it,
memory, motherfucker, when they on your ass, you like.
I used to back in the day, like when I would just do rampage mode and fuck the story. I used to climb up on a roof, like in Vice City, and I would turn on a movie and I would just blindly do the cheat code until it got you to infinite.
Yep.
So then I'd come back like 5 minutes later and I've done it enough, and I'd have infinite ammo on everything, and then I'd just sit up on the roof and just fucking rampage on
Like that motherfucking sniper and
Yeah, just try to get as many stars as I can and see how
watch
far I
out,
can
Michael
last.
I was just telling him before this. I was like, I don't know if I'll necessarily get 3, but I'll definitely get Vice City and San
it comes in
Andreas.
a package.
I'd cop Vice City for sure. Oh, it comes in a
It
package.
comes in a package.
Then
It's
I'll-
a
Oh,
package.
yeah, okay,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
get them all, but
Yeah.
Well, I guess I will be playing all 3.
I would play it again. I'd play 3 again.
Would you?
Brimdog said nerds.
I'm telling you.
You talking about them too, right? With the fucking clothes? Yeah. Nerd shit, bro. I ain't doing
Yo,
all that.
but San Andreas is that shit, bro.
I can just see y'all whipping out your little fucking notebook like,
Oh, bro, I go
scrolling
to the
through
cheat codes. I screenshot that shit on my phone so that I can have it in my picture. So when I start playing, I can just.
Back in the day, I went on.
I bet y'all had
I don't remember the
Game Sharks,
website.
too,
I don't remember the website, but I printed it off and folded it up and put it inside the sleeve, inside the case. Yep.
So y'all gonna play it, chat. Y'all gonna play it. I feel like that's gonna be another hit, which is kind of crazy because all this time they had to make GTA 6, them motherfuckers ended up remaking the other one.
I
It's
know.
like we're gonna give you the same GTA 5 over and over again,
Yep.
year after year. We just gonna put some new missions in there for online. And then right when y'all think we finna drop 6, we finna say, "Hey, nigga, take these other 3 that we just remastered."
And you know what's gonna end up happening?
Huh?
We're gonna buy it.
Yep.
What?
And they know
I was
it.
gonna say, would y'all rather have the 6 or are y'all want?
I'd rather.
remastered
I mean,
ones?
like as of right now, the remaster is fine with me because I don't have a 5, and I'm nowhere near getting a 5.
Gotcha.
So if 6 came out, I really wouldn't give a fuck.
And they know people still enjoy playing the older ones. It's
Yeah.
just they kind of get sick of the graphics behind it all.
Well,
Storylines,
not
all
only
that
the
shit, the
graphics.
music and all that shit's cool, but the graphics be kind of making it like
Not only
alright.
the graphics, but the mechanics.
Yeah.
Like I can maybe play GTA on the PlayStation for about 10 minutes before I'm like, what the? How the fuck did I play this as a kid?
right.
These mechanics are terrible.
For real though, that's true.
But-
That's true. But I get it. Let me see, man.
Brimdog said he finna play it. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to put that poll up, man. Are you guys gonna get GT? Or are you guys gonna get the remastered? Will you buy the remastered GTA?
Bars the market. Those games were violent back in my days. I'm not trying to sound like the grumpy old man though.
Yeah, they were.
Hey man, they were really though.
At first,
Remember they were like, "Are these gonna make these kids go do violence?" Remember that was like the
yeah,
fucking.
because that's what my mom thought at first. We wasn't able to have GTA at first. I had to go to my mom's friend's house. My mom would go over to her best friend's house. We go in the basement to hang with her son Bobby, and Bobby had GTA 3 and he had Vice City, and this motherfucker was short. We couldn't play, but we was sitting there tuned the fuck in, like, yeah, shoot that motherfucker right there. Like we was little kids, like, yeah, get that shit. Can I drive the car, please? That's how we was. But now that we able to play it, and now that I know the difference and shit, know that it ain't fucking actually driving people to do some crazy shit, like, nigga, ain't nobody in life can spark a cheat code and get the police off them. So if you take GTA, any of the games seriously, and go apply that to life, your ass is crazy. Now we have to bring it here.
After shooting people?
Yeah, after that, right there, and the greatest segue of all time in GMS show history. Alec Baldwin.
Man, the shooter. He a shooter, huh?
He's on GTA.
Bruh.
He is on GTA.
Oh my God, yo, he is. Isn't he
Fucking wild.
Isn't he?
He makes GTA. No, that's radio.
Oh, I thought he really was a character on there.
Yeah, he thought he was in Red Dead too.
So Alec Baldwin was on the set filming a movie. There was a prop gun, and he pulled the trigger, and it ended up accidentally killing someone. The director of
photography.
Yeah, the director of photography, and injuring another director.
Mm-hmm.
and the director of the movie.
She was like a cinematographer is what she was, I think.
How does this happen? How do we, first of all, why
all over again.
are movie sets having any type of real gun on set? This is a movie.
So I don't think it was a bullet. I think it's like a prop gun that's supposed to shoot like a sharp projectile,
but like
as a prop rather than
But still, why?
Rather than using an
like,
explosive. Like
yeah, that's what I even then, like if I had a rubber bullet, it's like, bro, we have gotten to the point where you can literally stand and put your hand out. They can put a gun in your hand and make you shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need to have any real gun.
The CGI is just too good these days for you.
Man.
You know
Sometimes though, like, because there's a lot of times I've watched stuff and I'm like, you know what? If you would have done this practically, it would have been a lot better.
Well, yeah.
Now I'm not justifying them putting a sharp projectile inside of a gun.
Well, like even then, it's like even if you have to shoot out a blank, you know what I'm saying? Why is there anything in it?
Now I want to know what happened because
that's a wild story.
It's a wild story. Two,
I mean, again, we've seen it.
I know, I get it.
Bruce
Like
Lee's son.
Yeah,
I mean,
Bruce Lee's son done it, and
I'm sure there's been more cases.
You would think like actors and shit would know better to like
point
guns at each other on set.
Well, and then my other question is,
you know what I mean? Like, especially
why weren't they were they acting? Why were they? Where were the act? Like, you would think if they were acting during a scene and he had to shoot a gun at somebody, it would have been actors that got hurt. But it was the art director.
I didn't even think about that.
And it was the director.
Low
so
key.
what the fuck happened?
So they were probably talking about the scene. And he was
playing around
with the fucking gun.
Like, flip that shit.
He's like, and then I'll go like this, pow.
And then accidentally pulled the trigger. Because that's what happened with Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
They basically were just doing the thing, and he went to shoot him, and he
somebody
actually
just left
shot
that
him.
comment. Like, that's what I mean. Like, that should have been a learning point for everybody right then and there. That should have stopped any type of actual gun
You would have fucking
or projectile, anything like that right after the Brandon Lee situation. But no, here we are in 2021, and we got this nigga Alec Baldwin popping niggas off.
It just don't make sense for, like, again, from how far we've come, and because of what we've already seen before. It just doesn't. You just shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, just get the shit out of there.
Doesn't,
you don't need
it doesn't
in
make
there.
sense.
I can't believe that, man.
What was her name? It was like
Helena Hutchins.
Yeah, Helena Hutchins. That's what it was.
And its director Joel Sulo was injured.
Yeah, rest in peace to that young lady. That shit sucks. Just to
I
go to
don't know how
work.
that
Imagine,
happens.
just to go to work. You ain't even an actor. You ain't even part of the scene. And all of a sudden, you just get shot with a prop gun.
And I wonder how they gonna deal with it because they said that they
I hate
aren't.
to go out and buy a prop gun, though. I'm gonna be honest.
There's an investigation, but of course nobody was charged. Nobody was taken into custody or no shit like that because it was
You
shit.
know, accidental type shit.
Right.
So he's
What if it
released.
comes out later
So
that
he's
somebody
released
did
a statement.
Yeah.
Did he? What did he say? Let me see.
It's on.
Basically, just apologizing to her family, and he's saying that he's cooperating with the police and all that. I think he tweeted.
Yeah. He said, "There are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic accident that took the life of Helena Hutchins, a wife, mother, and deeply admired colleague of ours. I'm fully cooperating with the police investigation to address this tragedy occurred." Yeah. It's bad grammar. To address how this tragedy occurred, and I am in touch with her husband, offering my support of him and his family. My heart is broken for her husband, their son, and all who knew and loved Helena.
Yeah, man,
That's sad, man.
that's super tough.
I hope they figure this situation out. It was one of those things that's very unfortunate. The movie business is wild. That type of shit, I guess you have to worry about.
Like stuntmen die,
Yeah.
like very frequently on movie sets.
Yeah,
It's just not
yeah.
all the time reported.
That's the crazy part too. It's like, I mean, I kind of would almost expect that being a stuntman, like something like that could be a possibility, but just being
The director and
the
the actor,
director,
the head actor.
like, like
I bet you that. I mean, like,
That's
if
the
I
question.
had to put my money on a situation, it was probably them talking about the scene, how it was going to be shot, because it's the director of photography,
Right.
and it's the director
Yeah, he got an
and
itchy
Baldwin,
trigger finger.
and they were probably like rehearsing some sort. And
yeah.
just,
When we get more information about how this happened, I'm gonna make
damn.
sure I share that shit because I'm really curious to how it happened. There's not really much speculation if like I said, if it was like another actor that got shot, then you know what happened. Is like they were obviously acting out the scene and some shit happened. But this is some shit we have to. I want to pay close attention to this situation. I'm gonna keep y'all informed.
Yeah.
But
You on
now,
the case, huh?
yeah, I'm on the case. I'm on the case.
I love
when
it.
I found this out, I was like, ain't no way. Like, this is the most random shit that's ever happened
really is.
in the world. But shifting gears once again, for all my NBA lovers out there, people that appreciate basketball,
Yes.
there was a 75th anniversary team that dropped. So the 75, or is it 75 player or 76?
Is it 70?
76 players. So this is the NBA 75th anniversary team that features 76 players. And they're basically saying these are the 76 greatest. All right? Now I'm going to name these names. And y'all let me know what y'all think of this list, all right? For those that really know basketball. All right, here we go. Starting with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Ray Allen, Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Ooh, that's a little early, but okay.
Carmelo Anthony, Nate Archibald, Paul Arizin, Charles Barkley, Rick Barry, Elgin Baylor, Dave Bing, Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, Wilt Chamberlain, Bob Cousy, Dave Cowens, Billy Cunningham, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, Dave DeBusschere, Clyde Drexler, Tim Duncan, Kevin Durant, Julius Erving, Patrick Ewing, Walt Frazier, Kevin Garnett,
Absolutely.
George Gerving, Hall Greer, James Harden, John Havlicek, Elvin Hayes, Allen Iverson, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Sam Jones, Michael Jordan, Jason Kidd, Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard, Jerry Lucas, Karl Malone, Moses Malone.
Why the Hold on.
I forgot about that.
Nasty man.
I forgot about that.
I heard Karl Malone's a nasty man.
Oh, no.
But okay. Moses Malone, Pete Maravich,
To fill me in.
Bob McAdoo, Kevin McHale, George Mikan, Reggie Miller, Earl Monroe, Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, Hakeem Olajuwon,
Oh, yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal, Robert Parrish, Chris Paul, Gary Payton, Bob Pettit, Paul Pierce, Scottie Pippen, Wills Reed, Oscar Robinson, David Robinson, Dennis Rodman, Bill Russell, Dolph Schayes, Bill Sharman, John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, Nate Thurman, Wes Unseld, Dwayne Wade, Bill Walton, Jerry West, Russell Westbrook, Lenny Wilkins, Dominique Wilkins, and James Worthy.
Wow.
It's a lot of fucking names.
A lot of motherfuckers I don't know.
Yeah,
That's pretty impressive. You went through that whole thing.
yeah. I didn't know some of these names on here.
In one breath, too.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
First take Drake.
That was the NBA's 76 players of the 75th anniversary team. Now, John Stockton was definitely that was one of the last names. John Stockton was
Pistol
definitely
Pete, bro,
Pistol
dog.
Pete was not on there.
That's crazy.
Tracy McGrady was not on
That's
there.
wild, actually.
Dwight Howard. There was a few.
Yeah,
Hold on, I
Dwight
was
Howard
trying-
was not on there.
Klay
I
Thompson.
don't need Dwight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you see Clay was upset about it, huh?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
Oh,
feeling the
no.
Stephon Marbury.
Ooh,
He has something to say about
he's
it. I
gotta
believe.
be.
It could,
Who else, man?
Marbury
How is Marbury not in there?
on the all
He
75.
is a legit god in China right now.
Yeah, that's not the
He's not,
NBA.
yep, no, he's not on here.
I know it's not NBA, but where,
Yeah, but, I
where did
mean-
it start? Where did he?
Right, he got his
shit
start
come
in the
from? You know what I'm
NBA.
saying? Yeah, and
And then he
it's
cried
really-
his way out of Minnesota.
It was
and then
really-
he got to
Okay,
Phoenix and he didn't.
that's
do
the
nothing.
question,
And
chat.
he got to New York and never won a ring.
Name somebody
And then-
that should be on this list. Name somebody that should be on this list that you didn't hear. Allen Iverson was definitely on this list. Allen Iverson was right after.
He's gotta be on there.
Yeah, he's on there.
That's my man's.
Where was he at?
Now, is it in order?
Yeah,
too?
he was right after
Or is it
Elvin
just
Hayes.
there's no
It's
order,
in
right?
alphabetical order.
It's just alphabetical.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just finding him third. Not gonna.
Alphabetical.
That'd be
order.
way too
That'd
much.
be that you take years for that. Now, also another question: Do they go up to like the 100? Will they ever go like to the 100 players?
I don't know.
100 players, or why 75?
Because it was the 75th. It's the 75th anniversary of the NBA.
Ah, okay. So yeah, they probably do it like that every 25 years.
High Def said Bill Walton had a short career, shouldn't have been on the list. It was an MVP season, but if that
I give him that, yeah.
Then Jokic
should have been
there
left off. Yeah,
is too.
yeah.
Pete Maravich, was he on here?
He has to be. There's no way he can't be.
Pistol Pete was on there.
I was gonna say there's no fucking way.
Pete Maravich was definitely on this list.
We always call him Pistol Pete, so I guess you don't
really
So this
bring the two together.
This website For the Win, USA Today put out a top 10 that was left off. Dwight Howard.
Okay.
He's trash.
Klay Thompson.
I like Klay.
Kyrie Irving.
Draymond Green.
I disagree with Draymond Green. I don't know.
I mean,
you think Draymond belongs on the top on the 75? Like, are you gonna take him as a power forward?
He was a very important part.
I understand that, but are you gonna take him over guys like Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Karl Malone?
Did they even say Tim Duncan?
Yeah,
Tim Duncan was
They
in
did.
there.
Okay.
They didn't say Chris Webber.
They didn't.
They didn't say Chris Webber.
Oh, these guys say Chris Bosh.
Never.
Vince Carter.
Oh, Vince Carter
I'll
should have
take that.
definitely been on
Vince
there.
Carter.
I'll take that one.
They said
Tracy McGrady
Tracy,
should have
He
been on there.
shaped and changed that whole organization.
Tracy McGrady suffers from the injury. Like, unfortunately, he suffers from that.
That's probably why Penny Hardaway ain't on the.
See, I don't agree with Paul George. Paul George should not be on that fucking
Kobe's
list.
on there.
Kobe's definitely
Kobe's on there.
Yeah,
Manu Ginobili didn't make the list.
That was a dangerous left-hander.
That was, yeah.
He was a very
I don't know if I
dangerous
could. You could make an argument for Manu making the 75. You can make an argument. He was a key piece, but he was a sixth man, so I don't think he gets like that kind of.
Anarchy says Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. Yeah.
He was on the list. He was on the list.
Okay.
Pau Gasol. I don't know about that one. Maybe.
Paul Gasol is definitely he's a staple.
But
I
does he
don't think
suffer from being next to Kobe? You know what I mean? Like, not suffer, but does he get a little bit more credit because he was part of that duo when Kobe went and won two more?
He had a little jumper for a tall nigga.
Well, I know.
He had a little jumper,
so for me, that speaks something.
But he wanted Garnett too, but Garnett didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, of course.
So,
all right, how about this? Should because I didn't see this name on the list. John Wall. What do y'all think about John Wall?
No. You can move off that. Yeah. I mean, the only thing he brought to the NBA was the Dougie.
Yeah, that's it. That's really it. I mean, like,
he could not. Oh no.
Yeah, he
that's,
can
right,
like
bro. That's another injury-prone person too.
Yeah, he is.
Very injury-prone. But he had a promising career.
What do y'all think about Reggie making it?
Hold on.
Reggie Miller.
JL said Derrick Rose. What?
Oh man,
Derrick Rose was left off, but because of injury.
I don't care.
Injury-prone
You
too.
won Rookie of
Well,
the Year and
No,
MVP in the
I know.
same year.
No, I know.
That's never been
Trust
done?
me. I think I'm saying he suffers from the
That's a
injury.
sad case.
I'm not saying I
you
would have
should
left
say-
him off. I'm not saying I would have left him off.
You said there's a lot of bums on that list.
I just know why they left him off.
Wait, who'd you say was just left off the list?
Because I'll take Derrick Rose. Well, yeah, I would.
There was another name that you said that was left off the list. Something. Right before that. What did you say? I'm trying to think.
No, I said somebody who was on it. I thought about Reggie Miller.
Oh, yeah. Reggie Miller. This is the reason why I believe Reggie Miller should make every NBA list, all right? Not because I think he was one of the greatest basketball players ever, but because I think he was unfairly cut away from actually winning a championship. The malice in the palace stopped Reggie Miller from getting a championship. They were a championship contending team.
They were.
I don't think he was playing for him during
No,
the match.
they were.
He was.
He was.
Was he?
Yep.
Yes, bro.
Yep.
And because the
And
Malice in the
I
Palace,
thought he was just on
he
the
retired.
team. Like,
he retired the next year.
Yep.
I thought he was just in a suit and tie on the team.
No,
that was
he
their
was
chance
playing.
to win.
What?
They had a chance to win the championship that year, and when the Malice in the Palace happened, it cut all that shit off.
Yes, it did.
Reggie Miller had a chance to win, and
So sad.
niggas went full gangster.
Oh, I know. I remember that. I was watching it.
Right,
I was
yeah.
watching it.
I'm assuming you maybe caught ahead of it. Did you see the Malice in the Palace documentary?
Yep.
Jake, did you see it?
I have not. No,
Bro, you can tell when he's talking about it, when Reggie's talking about it, you can tell, you can see it in his eye. Yes, bro, you can see it in his eyes how sad and heartbroken he was at that situation.
Because no matter what he accomplished in his NBA career, he's going to be looked at as a legend, but they're never going to put
and I don't even remember
champion
him
next to his
being
name.
in the Malice. I remember Artest, Jermaine.
Because they were the main ones that was fighting.
injured. He
Okay,
wasn't
that's why I
playing.
saw him in a suit and tie, because I was like,
And
okay.
then the fucking, like, the cop ran up on him and thinking he was part of, like, the mob, like,
Yeah.
the crowd.
Yeah.
He's like, motherfucker, I'm Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
They didn't know who the fuck
Motherfucking
Reggie
hands
Miller
off me.
was. They got
Yeah,
like, this
for
nigga
real.
been in the
He
league
got
for
real
how
heavy roughing
long?
on them motherfuckers
Yeah.
quick.
This nigga's a superstar in the league. You don't know who the fuck Reggie Miller is?
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
That shit is crazy.
That shit, fuck, yeah. That,
And they actually they
Dude,
take
Ron
fault in
Artest
that.
was going up for like Defensive Player of the Year.
They
Bro,
all
I
take
remember
fault
that
in it.
squad. It was disgusting.
Jermaine
What's his
O'Neal
name?
was fighting this guy.
Steven Jackson apologized to
Oh,
to
they
Reggie
had a
Miller.
young Steve.
Yeah, they
because he was the one who
apologized. He was like,
ran
yo.
in there after Artest. Like as soon as Artest ran in, Steven Jackson was the
He about
first
that life.
one in there. Oh yeah,
Always.
oh yeah.
Hey, I fuck with him, man, because he'll ride for motherfuckers. He didn't care about his contract. He didn't care about how much money he was going to lose. He didn't care if he was going to get put out the NBA for the rest of his
I
life.
rode with you.
He saw his teammate get into some shit. He was out there. So
we fighting?
shout out to Steven Jackson.
And the crazy thing is that everybody knew, besides the fans, that
How
that
crazy
was,
these motherfuckers were.
that was just Ron trying to calm down. Like Ron was being Ron
He was laying down and
and
shit.
trying to lay down and just breathe.
Hey.
He was like, I didn't want to fight Ben.
That just goes to show the stature of Ben Wallace.
Did Ben not make? Ben didn't make it.
Nah, Ben Wallace didn't make it. The problem with what happened that night was because people already had that narrative built around Ron Artest, so they already thought he was. They were like, oh, he a hothead. He's fast
Because he was
tempered.
catching texts left and right.
Laying on the scores table was a way for them to see it as disrespect and not even know that he was trying to do that to calm himself
He
down.
was in therapy at the
there was
time.
already a narrative around him. They already looked at him like the enemy. So
He was a louder. He was almost like a more. Because if you thought about it, he kind of played KG's game, but KG was more subtle about it. Because KG's been like known amongst players as being one of the dirtier players in the league. Because he'll come in and he'll kind of like slide that elbow up in there and like shit
move.
like that.
Vet
But
move.
Ron Artest was more flagrant about it.
I will swing on you.
Remember when he Harden?
Exactly.
he said, "I will swing on you."
We can say Ron autistic. Okay.
Damn, Zin. That's fucked up.
I mean, he definitely has some mental health things.
He definitely struggles a little
You know what I'm
bit,
saying? He was
but
in counseling. And
I don't know
people
if
didn't
he's
know that.
autistic.
He was in counseling during that time.
He was.
That's why he laid on the table.
table.
You know what I mean? He's like, I'm good.
Nah, y'all niggas foul. Y'all foul for that, B.
Y'all wildin' in that.
Oh no.
Yo, hey, so if there's anything that y'all want to plug, let the people know where to find y'all at, where to get the podcast, where to subscribe. Spell it out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna spell it out down here so they can go and find it on the motherfucking shit. Tell them what's going on.
Yeah, my co-host. Let them know where they can find us, man.
Ooh. Oh,
Wait.
That's my bad. I was reading somebody's
Wait,
comment.
is it? It's high, like I'm high.
Yeah, like high.
H-I-G-H.
H-I-G-H.
Yep.
P-E-R. Nope. All one word. Yep. Space.
Up to hyperspace podcast. There we go.
Thank you, all. Whoa.
The one said Artest was scared of Ben and took his anger out on the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because somebody said that, but High Def says Ron Artest is bigger than Ben Wallace. He ain't scared of Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
But there's a clip. I think it's All the Smoke. He talks about it with Steven Jackson, and he was like, "I wanted no part of Ben Wallace."
Because
Ben is about that life.
A lot of niggas heard that Ben Wallace was really active.
Ben, you got to think about it. Ben was a 6'9" center. He was about that life.
Yeah, he was.
If you seen the documentary, it still look like Ben wanted some smoke today.
Yeah, he still might, dude.
It look like he didn't even want to talk about that shit.
Ben is a thug.
Ben's not about
I'm
that
scared
shit
of Ben.
for real.
Yeah, he's
But man, we were just talking about those glory
He for
days.
real built like a silverback too. You don't want no problem with him. He built like a
Fuck
silverback.
no, dude. I want no parts of Ben Wallace
You see
at
what
all.
have you seen him now? Like even when he's older age, he cut his hair off and everything.
Nope. See, I want no parts of
Silverback
that.
gorilla.
No parts of that. He would not last in today's NFL or today's NBA.
He looked like he killed somebody justifiably.
Okay.
Like in self-defense. But he did it in a way where it looked like
I mean, like
was
with
the
his
aggressor.
hands. I mean, like he pushed. I mean, he pushed Artest by the throat. Like it's one thing to like muff somebody or hit him in the chest. He hit
grabbed that man
Artest
trachea.
in the throat and pushed it. Like,
Snatched his trachea out. Like a goddamn goddamn Mortal Kombat finisher.
If your first instinct is
God.
just hit somebody in the throat like that,
That's
crazy.
That's a part of you that has evil inside of it. But GMS fam, the Green Room, I want y'all to give thanks and give your shout outs to the Jump to Hyperspace podcast gentlemen here to my left and right, man. Y'all make sure y'all go do your due diligence and go subscribe and make sure you tune in to their podcast when they go live or when they drop videos on the channel, man. It has been a great episode with y'all. Let me turn this music on so I can shout you motherfuckers out too, man.
He said he pushed his spirit out his body. God. Oh, no. That motherfucking spirit just went straight up to heaven. Just like Have you ever played Cuphead?
You said what?
Cuphead. You ever played Cuphead? Motherfucking the ghost be going. Yo, you stupid for that, what?
Hey, y'all, put the GMS's in the comments, baby. I'm going to shout y'all out. Put the GMS's in the comments, man. Hey.
Ooh. Man, thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
you already
sir.
know, man.
Appreciate it.
We chilling, man. You know I had to have y'all on as soon as I could.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I could do this shit in person.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Everything's been through Zoom with me and everything. I've been waiting to get people in here, man. I'm gonna make sure I step my game up. I'm gonna get another microphone. I'm gonna get some more shit. We gonna fucking really turn this into a different production real soon. So trust me.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I forgot that damn cord.
Oh man, we ain't tripping, man. This is a
I'm
good
sorry,
show.
Chad.
This is a dope show. Shout out to Arius, baby G. Shout out to Brim Dog, Wonder Man, High Def, Lady Aries, Anarchy 16-9, Binky, Bianca in the building. When you want to do your interview, Binky, I'm here. Let me know. I'm all ears. We
He's
can
here,
talk about
Binky.
it.
I
We
see
can
him.
talk about it.
He's here.
Shout out to the one. Shout out to Kid at Heart. JL. Let me turn this shit up. Zen Master in the building. He said, look at all LeBron's teammates on that top 75. That's true.
NBA is not like the NFL. It's not okay to chase rings.
Yeah.
You had your chance.
Bars to market. Hey, man.
I mean, Antonio Brown chasing the ring. Really?
But I'm saying
Antonio
it's
Brown?
more it's all right in football. I think more so accepted in football to like get your money in the beginning,
True.
and then get with a squad that's contending and get your ring.
That's facts.
Versus in the NBA, since you get more money up front, it's like you better fucking perform. You know, you got limited time. I mean, true.
We gotta get Dame out of Portland.
Yeah, we do.
Get Dame out of Portland.
Oh yeah, and make sure y'all tune in tonight. 3G's podcast. It's Friday, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, it's Friday. Tune in to the 3G's podcast tonight at 8 p.m. You already know what's going on, man. The Green Room, GMS fam. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate
Thank
y'all.
y'all.
We out.
Goodbye.